Hi, I'm David,
And I'm Leslie.
and we enjoy spending our vacations traveling around the world by bicycle.
On some previous
We're
trips,
cycling
we
along.
cycled around Sweden and Denmark, marveling at the
for better weather.
amazing cycle paths there. A couple summers ago, we flew into Paris, and we made our way to the Loire Valley and cycled around there for a few weeks. It was amazing. Mostly, though, we spent some great time here in Ontario, marveling at the wonderful landscape that we live in.
We're starting this trip at the end of June 2024 and plan to spend about 3 weeks cycling largely north on the Eurovelo 15. We flew into Frankfurt, spent the night, assembled our bikes, and then took a train to Andermatt, Switzerland, where we then cycled down Eurovelo 15 through Liechtenstein and Austria to Basel, Switzerland. Then we cycled a little bit west towards the Eurovelo 5 and cycled through the Alsace region, through Strasbourg, and then cycled back into Germany to Offenburg, and then took a train to Luxembourg, where we cycled over towards the Mosel River, down the Mosel River to Koblenz, and then back up on the Rhine, and ended in Mainz, where we took a train back to Frankfurt. In this third video, we start in Stein am Rhein and then cycle down the Rhine River through Schaffhausen and then spend some time at Rheinfalls before arriving in Rafz, Switzerland. The next day, we cycled through Laufenburg before arriving in Bad Säckingen. And then the following day, we had a fairly short ride to Basel, Switzerland, and spent the remainder of the day walking around Basel. You're gonna be in it now.
Good morning.
This is the bike garage at the Hotel Adler. Got a little toolkit, pump, maps, where we've gone, where we're going.
Good morning.
So leaving Stein am Rhein in the morning after the bike maintenance, and we're cycling towards Rheinfalls and then a town called Rafz, RAFZ. It's about 35 to 40 kilometers. A couple little climbs apparently. This one doesn't count here. And beautiful morning. It's about 16 degrees, sunshine, no rain. Here's the hillside of the Rhine Valley. Way back there. And we get onto the path now. Sure, you'll see lots of cyclists today. Some up there getting ready. And through a tunnel. Looks like a little big tunnel. Ooh. Back on a beautiful Swiss path. So apparently today, I think we're on the EV15, which overlaps with the EV6. Beautiful valley here. Vineyards on the side of the hill. We can ID them later on the video. Don't want to stop filming. It's such a beautiful morning. There we both are, I think.
While it was wonderful to ride along the Rhine River so much, it was also nice to be off the Rhine and into the wooded areas that were adjacent.
And I'll just add that most of this ride is on paved paths, but as you can see here and a few other places, there are some hard packed gravel, but it's very smooth overall and primarily on nice separated pathways. I'll videotape you as you go past.
Every once in a while you hear my voice quiet in the background, and that's because of the walkie-talkie helmets that we wear.
If you're interested, they're Sena brand, S-E-N-A, R1 helmets. They make multiple versions of them, but we found these to be really good for our purposes. Coming up the hill. The Rhine River, zooming past whatever this town is. Nice covered bridge there. In flood mode. Top of Munat Tower in Schaffhausen. Big circular fortress. Honestly looking at and enjoying the view. This is just the top of this big round fortress thing. Got a geocache in here as well. View of the Rhine. The rail bridge going across. Car bridge, bike bridge. Pretty. Okay, this is the top of the Rheinfalls. Rhine River zooming along here. This trail. After a steep gravel climb, we emerged at the top of Rheinfall, where we paid 5 Swiss francs each to walk down besides the falls and got extremely close to the raging waters. Given the high levels of the Bodensee and the Rhine River, we assumed that the falls were flowing very near their maximum capacity. After seeing the falls from the top, we cycled a little bit down the river, across a bridge, and came out at the bottom of the falls where we saw it from a different angle. Get some little less exciting scenery for the video. Did a couple of modest climbs out of Rheinfall, down to the Rhine, up out of the Rhine, down to the Rhine, up out of the Rhine. Now we're heading to Rafz, Switzerland. We're in Germany, crisscrossing the border. There's Leslie. Hello. Hello, she said. There's behind us a lot of corn, no grapes, a few more trees, some few small towns. We even passed a old customs between Switzerland and Germany station.
We pulled into the small town of Rafz in the early afternoon, and we got our room in the Gasthaus Sternen. After showers, we went to the vlog store to buy some cheese, bread, chocolate, and wine, which is a theme now, and we stuffed ourselves before we went out for a walk to do a geocache on the top of a nearby hill. There were cow-belled cows and some nice views of the Alps in the distance. Just as we got back to the hotel, it began to pour. We ate that evening in the hotel restaurant, and everybody was watching the Euro Cup 2024, and every time Switzerland scored, we gained a beer.
Okay, church bells in the background. We're leaving Rafz, and cold and threatening rain. It's rained all night. It's supposed to be a little nicer today. It's like 14 degrees. Some significant church bells. We have about a 60-kilometer ride today. So we're heading to church with these people. The ride today was largely along the Rhine River, but at points we were among corn and cattle and wheat fields and other kinds of crops. We had nice views of the river sometimes and hills on either side. Presumably we were at the southern end of the Black Forest of Germany, and we went through a number of very small, pleasant towns. We passed through many towns like this one here that were fairly small with not a whole lot of commercial activity, so sometimes it was challenging to find grocery stores or cafes or places for lunch. And it turns into a little predominantly bike path. Yeah, I just got slapped in the face by a bug. Yeah. The first half of this day was mostly through small towns just up the slope a bit from the river. But the second half of the day, we approached the Rhine River, as we see here, and spent the rest of the day traveling very close to it. Sand. Yeah, you're right. Ferry across the Rhine in Switzerland. There's some mud here. Oh, a few people. It's a little dining room too. Seems like a short trip to have a dining room. It's exactly the way. Pointing at this one, which right there. Do a left turn here. Yep. Into Switzerland, I think. Oh yeah, that's movement up there, isn't it? After riding along the Rhine for a while, we came to an area that had some fairly complex waterworks with working canals, and then another river that was joining the Rhine called the Aar. There's like another whole thing over there too. Well, yeah, some significant water regulation here. These are all cooling things for the... I bet they have to cool the water down before it goes back into the Rhine. This is very pretty here. I have no idea where we are, but looking forward to getting down there. Quiet Sunday here. Yeah. Ever-present fountain.
We were wowed when we got to the town of Laufenburg. It straddles the Rhine on the Swiss and German sides. There were many intact medieval buildings, cobbled streets, and a great bridge crossing the river.
After checking into our hotel in Bad Säckingen, we walked down to the Rhine River, where we found the longest wooden covered bridge in Europe, about 200 meters, that connects Bad Säckingen to Stein, Switzerland. We stopped for a spritz in an outdoor cafe in the main square and then had a very nice dinner along with many locals who were eating at an outdoor German pub. We are leaving Bad Säckingen, heading to Basel today. First morning that's pure blue sunshine. And a 36-kilometer ride. Hopefully we can do some laundry in Basel. And first big city in a long time. And I think that's all I can say at the moment. Hoping the path improves from this little sliver we're given with the overgrown foliage. The other cars are being very respectful, which is nice. Next to the train track, mountains, hills all around. Still along the Rhine. In a few minutes we'll be getting on the Rhine path, I assume. Pretty little inflow into the Rhine. Oh, bike. Yes, wild birds everywhere here. Standing on the log. Yeah. And a big swan here. Oh, that black one. Yeah, it's like they've mixed up all their species for us. Oh, baby swan and a swan. Yeah. Oh, painting starch too. That was your moment of nature, brought to you by Eurovelo. These red lights go on for a very long time in advance of the train. Yeah. Any guess left? All right. Hope I hear a train coming from the right. So we're at 15 kilometers from Basel. 14 according to that sign. The hill's on either side of the Rhine. And someone else riding with me. Little bike back. Going fast. Fine day of cycling, the best we've had, I think. A little on the warmish side, but not too bad. Going through fields of corn and wheat, small towns, more industry than we've seen before. I think we'll continue as we go down the Rhine to be more industrial.
The bike paths in town were generally excellent, and we quickly found our way to our downtown hotel. After a quick shower, we packed up a pannier to do some laundry, and then we did a short ride through the old town, through the University of Basel, and into some nearby suburbs. The paths and the streets were very pleasant, and it was an easy ride. We headed back to the hotel and changed our mode of transportation. We left our bikes there and we went for a walk and a tram ride around town. We visited the Basel Munster Church just before it closed, and then we picked up some food to eat back in our hotel.